Okay, so as we take a start right now, and I told you that you'll get a domain. So this was the domain we discussed, and you get a SSL certificate also with the domain. So it's a secure site. And as the whole theme is created on Elementor, so we do have Elementor over here. So I'll just log out and log in case you want to know. I'll share all the credential with you also, the admin credential, so that you can also you can go in and edit it up also. So once you log in, you will be taken to a profile page like this. So this would be the instructor dashboard. Now in this platform, there are three levels of access. So one is your instructor level, the other one is the admin level, and the third one is the student level. So these three access are shared between now admin and instructor is shared with you itself. The student is when a student gets access, he comes to know about it. So in this dashboard, you would see, your detail. So to set up your profile, what you need to do is you need to come over here and finish the setting part. So once you click on the setting, it opens up like a normal profile page only, and you can fill up the detail as you want. You can put up your photograph in case you want a banner. You can put up a banner, first name, last name, user name, which is seen out on your site. So what happens is when you put up your first name, last name, it will give you options over here, what name to be displayed, and accordingly you can display it. So before the name comes, you need to save this page. So put up your first name, last name, and update the profile. You would be able to see the options on the display part, like display name, what has to be shown, and you can showcase it as your branded profile. And every course you add, it will show you your branded. So if it's a company name, you want to show it as a company name, you can. If you want to show it as your name individually, you can write your first name and last name in this area and showcase it accordingly. So there where the profile setting part comes into picture. The other areas are my courses. So this is where the major part of hard work you need to do is, I will suggest focus, rather than getting more into design, layout, structure, and other process. My concern would be everyone who has come over here, purchase the platform, they all are planning to put up their course. So this is where you can focus on. So my courses, click on my courses and you will find a couple of demo content. Now demo content is just for your reference, so just don't take it hard and fast. If you don't want it, you can delete it up, but to have a look and feel about how the course is and what is there inside, you can always edit and check it out. You can edit this particular course also, but my suggestion is create a new one, keep this as a reference. Once you upload your courses, you can delete all this demo content, so that is also fine. So here you can put your course title, description. You can also add a maximum minimum number in case you want. Otherwise, leave it zero as it is. The difficulty levels are 4 levels. You can always tell what level the course your course is coming up. Category, I'll tell you how to add the category. It will be displayed up over here in a list. So tags also you can define it accordingly. Price, you need to work again on a second setting. We will work on your, if you have Instamojo, I'll integrate your Instamojo to the site so that the symbol can be changed and you can put up the price whatever you want. Either a paid course or a free course, you can keep it. This is a thumbnail of your course. I would suggest keep this very much similar to a YouTube thumbnail. Like I'll show you a couple of clients who have done it. So, Sudhanshu. So I'll check whether Priyanka, yeah, this would be there. So they have done it pretty well, and that's why I'm just showing you for reference. I'll give you the site details also in case you want to check, or do a reference on how they have done it. So they have directly worked on your course, and they have created such thumbnails also. So you can always add similar thumbnail, or like Sudhanshu has done, he has made a brand identity on his site. So he has created all the thumbnails very similar, changing only the content and keeping it more like a branded site. So This becomes more easier for a customer to come and find like, okay, it's a branded site and all the courses are there. Various course name he has changed apart from the look and feel of the image. So similar way, you can also create and upload the image over here. Once you upload it, it will be visible on the front end of the site like this. So this part video, now this is a course video intro which comes into a landing page. Now what happens with the system is, as soon as you use a builder, a course builder, or you start adding your course, and you have any intro video, like you are inviting your students to join the course or giving a brief about what the course is and letting them know. So that video you can put it up over here. As I told you, put everything from YouTube, because we don't have any issue with the security on the platform, so don't worry about it. The only thing is, when you're adding up a YouTube link at the end, just put this. If you can take a note of it, that would be great. That is question mark REL equal to 0. So after every link, if you put this much part only, what would happen is only your channel videos will be seen. No other unwanted videos from YouTube will be seen. So as soon as a student completes the video, he will be seeing only your channel. He won't. It's those videos are not clickable anyways, but at least the branding won't get mismatched. You know, people will come to know that it is all your videos which are there. Now this is where the course builder is. Course builder, you can add a particular topic, like the same course name. You can add it up. Say for example, whatever course name we have, we'll just copy this, and we need to add it up in the course builder. So add a topic. I'm just adding up a topic, and after adding up the course name, you are adding up your lessons. Okay, so once you add your course name, you'll be able to see lessons and quiz. Now there are a lot other add-ons which I'll show you, and as per your business strategy, you can activate and deactivate it also. There's a lot and a lot of things in this. So to add a lesson, it is pretty easy. Just click on the lesson part. You can mention it as chapter number 1, or you can mention it as day 1, or you can mention it with a topic. So introduction as a topic. Okay, so this is how you can put it up. You can, in case you have any content, put it up, otherwise leave it blank. Image, there's no need to put it up. Only concern is with the video source. Now video source, we are pulling it from YouTube, so YouTube, you can choose. We can also make it as default, where rather than showing you multiple options, you can only keep YouTube. I don't suggest to go with Vimeo, because Vimeo is again an expensive part. We can take care of with the videos from YouTube itself. Now, any video you're putting, just copy paste the link and write that script question mark equal to 0 over here. You can also mention the playback time, like whatever the video time frame is, you can write it up. But in this, there is one more fantastic area called as YouTube API. So if you create an YouTube API, as soon as you paste the link, it will automatically show the timing, the length of the YouTube video. So that is also possible in this. And upload attachment is an area wherein you can give bonuses. The bonuses could be anything, could be a PDF file, ebook, or Excel, Word, PowerPoint, anything you want, you can attach it up. Just upload it, and it will be there in this particular session as say for example, I'll add something. If it's a text file, I'll just add it up and show you. So use media, and this is how it can be added. Okay, and update the lesson. As soon as you update the lesson comes up over here. Okay, quiz also goes in the similar manner, and we can always create a quiz. So if I say quiz, uh, quiz starts here, something like this, and say save and next. Once you click on save and next, just go to the question area. In the question area, if you click add question, it will ask you a question. So you need to mention what is the question. So I can say it's is it true or false? This is where you add up your question, and then you can give the option, what it is. So either it could be a true or false, single choice, multiple choice, open-ended, fill in the blank, short answer, match the following, image matching, image answering, and ordering. All these features are working, so don't think it is not. Now if it is true or false, I'll just select true or false. I can say answer required, randomization. I can give a point to a particular question. I can also display the points to the student if I want. I can put a description for that in case there is. Otherwise, if it's a simple question, you're asking something, is it right or wrong, or is it true or false, so the options can be seen over here, like true or false. Okay, now select the correct answer when it says. So what we need to do is we need to select the correct answer and save the answer, so that the system knows that, okay, if someone clicks true, then it is the system is going to give them a mark. Okay, and you can always choose whether it is going to be any one of them. So you have an option to tell the system that, yeah, this is the right answer, and then you can save and continue. So this way you can keep creating your question bank, by creating add new questions, or once you feel you have added 10, 20, or more than that also, you can always finish it up. Now finish it up, when you do come here, you need to understand the time limit, saying that, all right, how many minutes is the time frame for this particular quiz. So you can always say 60 minutes or something like that. You can hide the time display if you want, or if you keep it off, it will show a timer to the student also. I would suggest keep it, so that if you're conducting quiz, the student also know what time frame he has to complete. Otherwise, they take you for granted. So you can keep this as default mode. Attempts, you can choose how many attempts a student can apply for. You can give a passing grade, say, for the quiz, and maximum questions allowed to answer. Like if there are 10, you give 10. If there are 100, from 100, at least they have to answer 40 to get the particular mark. So something like that, you can always use your own strategy and create a quiz also. So once you save the quiz, it is saved, and you can see the quiz coming up over here too. So here the quiz has come up. Okay, now to see how the student is going to check this part, I haven't added any video in this, so just give me a moment. I'll add up a video so that we have a fair idea to check the video also. So just selecting a random video. Yeah. So here is what the video link of YouTube goes, and I am updating this part so that we have a video. Now, if you want to check how it is, you can save this course, or you can preview this course, publish this course from here also. Now, to preview, if I want to see how it looks on the front end, I'll just click on preview, and it will take me to the landing page. So this is the landing page, which is automatically gets created as soon as you put up a course. So don't worry, and that's what I said. If you have your courses, just keep adding your courses. If you don't have, use the PLR courses which I have given. Keep adding your courses, so that once it is populated, your courses can be seen in similar pattern, and your site starts flourishing with the content. So on the landing page, it comes up like this. As soon as the students is start the course, he will get into the LMS area where he can view the course. Once the course is completed, he can click on complete the course completed, and he would be able to get his certificate also. I'll show you how the certificates are also created. So once you click on start course, uh, the LMS should open, and it will show you the videos what we have added just now. So this is how it comes. So here is the course name, here is your chapter name, here is the quiz which starts, and this is how the video comes. And here the attachment can be seen by the student. So this is how your student is gonna see. Okay, don't worry about this. I'll tell you about how you can change your branding and all in a while. So just hang on, understand how you can add your course first. Okay, so videos, as I told you, the video can be from YouTube, and again, it doesn't have any kind of right click option or so. So if you see, this is what we have added, the question mark equal to RL. So this is all the videos from that particular channel which has been shown, and the student can't click on any of this. So don't worry about it. The only option they have is pause and play. So if there is an option seen like share, if he clicks on that, it won't work. Watch later also won't work. It's all pause and play which is gonna go. Why I'm saying put it on your YouTube, because your YouTube branding will be seen over here, and from there, whatever the course name, it will be seen, and it looks more professional in that way. And when they pause, it won't feel that it is coming from YouTube also. So don't worry on that. And if they do also, we are gonna create this video when we are uploading. Use an option called as unlisted rather than private, public or so. We are going to use the option unlisted, and when it is used as unlisted, it can be published on your LMS, and nobody on YouTube will be able to see this video also. So this is how the LMS is seen, and when we go on quiz, this is how the quiz also comes up. So the detail about the quiz, how many questions are there, what timer is there, how many attempts remaining, and passing grade can be very clearly seen by the student. They can start the quiz, and once they start up the quiz, the question can be seen in a systematic manner. So every question as they pass and submit it, they will be taken to another question. So this is what we did. And say, for example, we have selected true as a right answer and false as a wrong answer. I'll select false and see whether the system understands it or not. So once I submit the quiz, it will immediately show me the results also, as soon as I have created. Now here something has gone wrong. So if I have correct answer, incorrect answer, and we can check it out in the detail also. I don't remember what I put up, but yeah, it will be able to show. So if I want to go and check the detail now, there are two, three differences in this. The dashboard which you're seeing, this much part is seen by your student. And from here, if you see the instructor which is written, this is only seen to the instructor, not to the student. So don't worry, as I have attempted the quiz as a student, so it is showing me the quiz over here, and it is showing me my results and other things. Say, for example, you made a mistake, and we want to correct it, a correct answer. So the given answer is false, correct answer was true, and it is still saying it's a correct answer. So in case you want to correct it, you can go into quiz attempt from the instructor level and edit the options also. So once you edit the option, the student can get the results immediately. So say, for example, this is here, the quiz result is here, you can get into details, and from detail, you can always change the options also, saying that, okay, so this student was passed, this was the option, okay, and it is correct. So I can say, all right, after reviewing, I'll say it is wrong, and this is what I do. So I say this answer was wrong, it is incorrect, and the student is immediately failed. Instead of pass, he will be failed immediately. If I go in the quiz attempt area where the student got his result, we'll also see the result getting failed automatically. Okay, so you have a whole control of the quiz and other activity which is done on the particular LMS area. There are more other things which I want to show you. So we'll go back to the course area, and I'll show you. Now, if a student is watching a video course like this, and he has a query, he can come over here, browse question and answer, he can write a question. Now, this is also gonna come into your dashboard, and you can respond to the student queries also by directly replying to him, and this reply also comes to his dashboard. So in the student dashboard, he will be able to see the response, and you also get all the questions into your dashboard itself. So this is how majorly the function works for quiz and other things, putting up your course. Now there are one more option which is again as per your need and your requirement. Like in case you want to create a live session, a live workshop, because there are many people who are not created their courses and they don't have any video courses. So in case you want to conduct a 3-day or a 5-day workshop, you can create it up, integrate your Zoom with this particular platform, and so you can sell the courses also without any course, without any videos over there. So what happens is when you're selling a workshop, people are buying the workshop, they get the access of the platform, and once they come inside, they see the timer going on of Zoom, and they can wait till that day. And after that particular day, they can, come into a Zoom session and attend the live session with you. Once the live session, it all looks very similar to what we saw. Only difference is instead of the videos, we have the Zoom timer going on, and the student can always wait till that particular day and time, and after that day and time he can join your Zoom session live. So that way you have more audience coming to your LMS, more audience coming to, and they're paying you without you having any cost. So you're making more money without any cost. And once your Zoom session is ended, what you could do is you can record, put that recording on Zoom, on YouTube, bring that link over here, update it, and day two again will be showing a timer, so that the student have to come over again on your LMS and join your Zoom session. This works very well for people who are creating hackathon challenges and say 5 day, 10 day, 30 day. And I do have clients who are into physiotherapy and medical area wherein they are doing live sessions, so they are using this kind of feature. So to activate those features, what you need to do is we have to go into a dashboard, admin dashboard area. Now admin dashboard area, this looks very similar to your WordPress. It is a WordPress admin only, but the tools which are there are a bit different, and I'll guide you on those areas too. But before going into the admin, I'll show you the design area, how you can change the design structure of your site. So it is very easy. Once you are logged in, just go on to the main site or main page. Okay, and any page you see. So say for example, you want to change this. This is a slider, so I'll tell you where the slider can be changed and how you can edit your photograph and all. But to change the logo, you need to come over here, edit with Elementor, click on header. Once you click on header, the header part opens up, and this is a mix match and integration of multiple themes. So it is not one website. So don't think that okay, once you change it in one place, it will be changed everywhere. Wherever you see this Coacher logo, because this is a theme logo, you can click on it and change it to whatever logo you want. So if you have put up your logo, it will be seen. But if you don't have your logo, you can create one and upload it up. So this can be changed very simply by uploading your logo from here. And once your logo is uploaded, it will be replaced from this particular part. Menu again is a different part. I'll show you where the menu also could be changed. But to change the header, this is how you can change the header. Now, if you want to change the footer also you'll see a lot of things in footer. So there will be a logo again coming up here. So same way, edit with Elementor, go to footer. Once you click on footer, you will be able to see the footer template. And on the footer template, you can change your logo, you can change the content, you can change your address, phone number, and other details also from here. So just click on the logo, you will be able to replace the logo. Make sure the logo is transparent, because many people are putting logo which is having a white background, and it looks like a block over here. Until and up to, if you feel it is the right thing to be done for your logo, it's your call how you want. Same way, content can be changed. Now with Elementor, there are two ways to edit: either edit it directly from on the site itself, and you can you can edit it like this directly on this. But I would suggest on the right hand side you have a text editor. Always use this part. Why? Because we have a habit of copy pasting it. Either you could might have done a content on a Word or a Excel or any other site. You are picking the content and you like it and you want to publish it up. What we do is we copy and try to paste it. Don't paste it directly over here in this particular area. I would suggest copy the content, put it in a text notepad, and from the notepad you can copy that content and paste it up in the editor. Why? Because we would be nullifying the CSS from anywhere. Why not from your Word also, from your Excel also, from your website also? We are nullifying the CSS of that particular site, putting it on while putting it on text. When you're putting it on text, you are purely picking the text and pasting it up over here. So when you're pasting it up, what happens is this picks up the CSS of your site, and it will not make any difference with the font type, font size, or any other design element which is there on the site. It will keep it as the website CSS. Same way you can do it for your address also. From here you can change your number and your email ID. I generally have put it up, but in case you want to change it, you can change it. It is pretty easy to do it from here. Links, in case you want to, you can always change the tabs and make a link as per your need. You can change the menu, edit it up from here. It is pretty easy. Click over here, edit the content you want, and put up a link which you wanted. You can, if you're putting it up of your website, just copy paste it, and that's it, it's done. Once you publish, it will be update. You need to update it. Once you update it, it gets published automatically. Now, similar way with the main website. Okay, now I showed you with the header and footer. Now we are talking about the main website. In the main website, again, there are two parts. One is the slider, and here from here onwards, there are content. Now, to edit the content, you just need to click on Edit with Elementor. Once you click on Edit with Elementor, it opens up the site. The whole site could be updated except the slider. Slider, I'll show you. It has to be done from your backend, and from there it could be taken ahead. Now, few more things we need to keep in mind again while we are editing this particular content. The design has been done, the theme has been done by a few designers. They have thought about the whole process and they have created. Don't play around with the theme. Our concern is we want to take a start with our LMS as soon as possible. And if you are playing around with the content, um, what happens is it becomes very difficult for you to take a start into the industry. I would not suggest such things to be done. Take a start with whatever minimum content you can edit it on your site so that your branding, your niche can be visible. And don't overload it also. Why I'm saying don't overload it? See, it's your site, your call. Okay, I've designed it, I've done it. But what happens is if you try to overload the content, like if there are showing 3 4 lines, make it that much only. In case you have more, create a blog page and link it up to the particular blog page so that on your main site this looks as it is, the design looks as it is. If your student is more interested, he will click on it and go to your blog, rather than if you keep loading it over here. See, what happens is the look and feel of your site will get disturbed anyway. So this is not something I would suggest. Okay, so some will look longer and some other will be looking shorter, and because of this the look and feel of the site gets spoiled. So my concern is whatever minimum way the design has been done, use it. Make sure your content is relevant to that, and you can always hyperlink a new page by putting it up. It's very easy to link it up also where it is written get started, click over there. Or you can come over here and see this is the button text. So they have given a button text name get started. If you want to change this content, you can write anything you want, like buy now, grab now, anything, and then you can add up a link to this particular area. So this link could be your blog link or any page link which you might have created. Just put this particular link over here and update it, and that's it. It's pretty easy to do that. Similar way, if you scroll down and you want to change this image, now this is a background image, understand it. If there would have been any image on this particular layout, it would have been coming on front on this particular block kind of. But as it is a background image, here you can see the 6 dot. You have a style option here. Once you have clicked on the style option, you will be able to see the banner. Now, this is a banner image, so make sure if you are adding up your image, put it in a similar size. Don't make a square image or a small passport size image putting up over here. It will look very bad. If you're creating a banner, make a proper banner, upload it up. It will show a proper look and feel on the site. But if you're putting up a square image instead of a rectangle image, then the look and feel will get spoiled. Look into all these areas and do it. Whatever image it is, you can upload the similar image. If not, let the image be there. We don't have any issue with it. Work on the content part and just replace the content, and things can be taken out. Now on the main site, this area where you can see the courses, this courses come from the instructor dashboard. So whatever course you're putting, it will be automatically placed over here. Don't worry about it. That's why I said you start focusing on uploading your courses. It will be shown over here, and then what is left is your logo and a minimum content what you are adding up to show what your niche is. Okay, otherwise this area is taken care from the course builder itself. Now instead of 3 course, if you want to show more, okay, you say all right, instead of this I want to show more, click over here in the center between the course, and you would be able to see columns and course per page. So this is the area wherein I can say, okay, I want to add more courses. I want to show more courses because in my course builder, I've added more courses. So these are 6 courses. You want to add more, you can make it 9. So multiplication of 3, you are doing it, and it will show 9 courses on your website. Okay. So this is again your call whether you have that many courses to show on the front page. You can show it like what Sudhanshu has done on his front page. He has shown 6 courses over here. Here again, these guys have also shown, and we do have a course page in case someone wants to see more courses. They can click on the course page and go and check it out on the course page. So, but again, if you are doing it and you want to show more courses, there is an option. You can always show more courses also. It's not going to limit it to 3. So, in case you want to show more, you can always add it up and show more courses also. Down below is all content which can be edited. Wherever you see this blue pencil coming up or a tab like this saying edit text editor, you can click and the editor will open up on the right side. You can edit the content and update it. That's it. So all these things can be edited. Like say for this particular number you want to edit, you can check over your ending number. The starting number will start from 0 and the ending number will be going from whatever detail you're putting. Like you want to show how many students you have uh, trained or how many clients you do have, you can do it with it and showcase it in this particular format. Here is an area wherein you can put your video also. Now, if you click on this particular part, you will see an image. So a video image can be put up. You can pull that source of YouTube. You can put a link of your video. Again, at the end, don't forget to put question mark REL equal to 0. And this will again help your audience to see only your videos rather than any other unwanted YouTube videos. So this image, you can always make a preview of your video and put it up so that people when they come, they see okay, it's a video, and they click on it and proceed it. Like in this theme, they have added some other random image. And my suggestion is put up a preview video, preview image of your video and showcase it. This is blogging. Blogging again is taken care from the back end, nothing from here. And in case you have any books, you can showcase the book layout and start selling book also. Like I have a few more clients who have done this particular site in a different way. So uh, again, because everyone has is their own strategy to create their site, and they have their own process. With the look and feel, I can't do much on it. It's your call how you want to showcase it. But it's just a suggestion thing. Make it minimum changes on the site. Now they have added the book. He has been an author and he has written 2 books. One is in English, one is in Gujarati. So he has put it up on Kindle. So he's selling his books also from their site. Now there are various themes also on this. So in case you don't like this page and want to change the page, you can always change it up. So there's no limit to it. So I'll show you also on those area how you can change the page. So now the menu part, don't worry about it. Keep it as it is because it is for your reference until you streamline your whole site. Okay. This is where when you come on home, you will be able to see all these other themes also. Like this one is life coach, course portal is the health coach is the kitchen business team. My favorite because I have been suggesting most of the people with this one because other people are doing their self branding, or if you are someone who's doing a kind of academia, okay, you go with this one because say if people don't have photograph, there are because the coach mentors are beginners, they don't have much of their photograph, they go with this because this has a vector image everywhere and they can directly put up this and showcase their courses directly. So no personal images coming on a site like this. So and to bring up this particular theme or this particular page, you just need to come on customize, click on customize. In customize, you will find a couple of more options of how to place a particular page. So you can pull that page and change your theme also. That's how easy it is. So if you come to customize this, on the left hand side, you'll see all this menu coming up. Here you'll see homepage setting. Just scroll and click on it. and you will be able to see what page you want to show on the main website. Okay, so instead of life coach, I want to show distance learning. I can click on distance learning and the home page can be changed. Similar way, health coach and other things are there. But I feel if you are into, either coaching or into a kind of academia, you're creating these two things will be much better to use. It's your call. Whatever you page you want, you can, finalize it and make your site look that way. Suggestion is, don't remove the menu immediately, because if you remove the menu immediately, you would be not able to see what other pages are there, because it would be there on your system, but you may not be able to see it out. Okay, so this is about the main page. Now there are other pages also in it, like your about us pages are there. You can edit it in a very similar format. As I told you with Elementor, you can edit the whole page and showcase about yourself and your organization in case you want. Put up your team members also and create their profiles in case you want to do that. So such things can be done on the design area. Now then there is courses. A shop is also there, blog is also there, and contact us. Again, there are three different themes. You can finalize whatever theme you want, and later on you can remove those pages which are not needed from the menu, tab. I would suggest keep it until you streamline everything, and once you are done with it, we can always remove it. It hardly takes any period of time. So this is how the designing part can be edited. Now, talking about the main page slider, so this is a slider, and slider can be changed from your backend. So this is where the admin backend is. And on the left hand side, you will see a lot of options and a lot of tools which are mixed matched and merged it in this particular platform. Okay, so you would be able to see something called a slider revolution. Just click on it, and once you get into slider revolution, you would be able to see different slider templates which have been used in different pages. So these templates can be edited directly from here. You can change the content, and now it has different names. So life coach is what we have been using right now. So if I want to edit this particular slider, I can click on it, and in this slider I can keep it very simple. Don't get too much into complication. Click on the image, change the image. So in case you don't want this image, you can go into media library, upload your photograph, make sure it is transparent rather than a block. Okay, and if you have uploaded the photograph, the photo can be seen into a media library, and from media library you just need to select the photo and bring it up on the slider. So if you want, I'll show you some other photo if it is there, but it is pretty easy to do it. So rather than thinking how to put it up, make sure your images are also in the similar format, and you can bring your photograph over here. Content wise, it is again the similar way. Click on this particular content on your right hand side. You will be able to see this. Say you can put it up your name, Signature Vijay, and the name will be changed. So I can save it and move ahead. Here, if you have some content or quote or something like that, you can change. Again, click over here on the right hand side. You will be able to see the content coming, and you can edit the content if you want. Okay, this is a button wherein you can always give a hyperlink to this particular button by clicking on the button and then clicking on action. So action is where we are creating um, link, and we are putting it up. So use a simple link option. Once you click on simple link option, you would be able to put up enter the link over here, whatever link you are trying to link it up with the button. My suggestion is use it for your landing pages, so it becomes more easier for people to click on this link and go to your sales landing page. And I'll tell you about the sales landing page also. Once you have done over here, just click cancel it up and save this option. That's it. So as soon as we save, we go on the slider, and you will be able to see the changes happening on a slider also. So just give me a moment. See, your name comes up, and in case someone has given, you can click and it will get redirected to the same site because we have put the same link. Okay, so similar, it's pretty easy to do on the slider part also. Don't get too much into designing complications and other thing. If you like what you're seeing, just go with it. Our main concern is with sales. Once your sales increase, you can always invest more time into all these things. But if you want to take a quick start, go with the theme as it is, upload your courses, and you're good to go with the structure. Now, there are more in terms of the platform. So this is not the end. We already have integrated a lot and lot of things. Now, the most important integration what we need to do at the beginning, maybe today you can play around on the site with the structure, with the putting up course as I showed you. Okay. And then we will also be able to work on our payment gateways. So that's more important, because without that you won't be able to put a fixed figure on your course. So it is more important if you have your InstaMojo or Razorpay account. We need to get into settings, and in case you don't know, you can reach me out. I'll be able to help you to set it up, because these are personal data. I don't want to do it when in a session like this. But yeah, if you want, I can help you out any period of time on this particular point. So if you are here in India, your market is India, and you want an Indian currency to be placed, you can always choose your region accordingly, and you can publish it up also. So not much things to do on this. Just put up a location. You can fill it up if you want. Um, the other thing is your currency. So what market are you targeting? In case you are targeting India, just type India. You'll be able to get the Indian rupee and save it. We still are working on currency converter and currency automation, which will be coming up in couple of days or weeks, because I'm in the testing phase for that. Once it is done, I will be integrating it on all the systems, all for all the members, so that the currency will be automatically changing. You don't need to worry about it. It will be a real-time currency converter, and people from any country, if they are seeing, no matter you put rupee over here, and people in US are clicking your site and opening it up, they will be able to see it in dollars, and they will be paying in dollar, and you will be getting it in rupees. So again, for that you require that kind of payment gateways to be integrated. Now, payment gateway, if you have InstaMojo, Razorpay, I would be installing it and doing it. If you want PayPal or Stripe to be done, you can use that. You can also use Cash Free, which is a new payment gateway. You can create an account and see, because Cash Free is a part of PayPal, and they are using it for Indians, so that Indians can do business overseas and collect international payment also. Similar way, Razorpay also does it. So if you have a PayPal account integrated with your Razorpay account, and Razorpay can also collect dollars, and it is an easy way to collect international currency. So create account. My suggestion is, as we are taking a start, create account on InstaMojo, create account on Razorpay, create account on Cash Free, create account on PayPal, and be ready with all those things. Once you're ready with, because it takes some time for verification and all, and once your verification is done, reach me out. I'll help you. It will hardly take a couple of minutes to activate this part also. Okay, so this is where the integration of payment gateway happens, and once this is done, we can work on various areas too. So just to cut it short, I would like to let you know, I have integrated a lot of things into the platform. So it is not only Tutor LMS Pro. Tutor LMS Pro also has various add-ons. You can go into add-on, and you would be able to activate whatever you want. So this is content rep, wherein I said, in case you are doing a hackathon or so, you can activate it. In case you are looking out for a backend enrollment, you can activate this. You can also, if you want Google Classroom, you can activate, but it is only for academy and colleges. The access is given to them. Gradebook we don't require. In case it is your need, you can activate it. And activate, deactivate is pretty easy. Just put it off and put it on, and it can be seen accordingly. If you are taking assignment from student, activated. Certificate, yes, we do require to give certificate. We can keep it on. Course attachment, course preview. In case you want to give a free preview to student, you can activate it. Email, if you don't want, just put it off and keep it up, because we have other email automation we are going to work with. So Tutor LMS Pro has a very different email automation process, which becomes very difficult for us also to take it ahead. And that's why I'm not going to suggest this. We do have different email automation, which is working out. Okay, let's just hold on for a moment. I'm sorry, guys. So, report, yeah, we do want reports of, so we are going to keep it on. Now this is Zoom integration we can activate it, and I'll show you how this also works with your Zoom. So in case you have your Zoom account, if you don't have, or if you want to conduct a workshop, you need to have Zoom. I will suggest go with Zoom only. Okay, so we are activating this. As we have activated most of this thing, and if I refresh this page, I'll be able to show you here all those options will get activated. See, report has come up, Zoom has also come up. Okay, and other things can also be integrated, but that will be there in the course builder. Now for activating Zoom, you just need to click on Zoom. You need to put up your API and secret key from Zoom. How do you get it? There is a link. So here, if you see this particular link, go on this particular link, and from this link you will be able to get the Zoom API. So for this, you need to sign in, and after you sign in, this is LTI Pro. You need to activate this. It will be able to give you the Zoom API key. Just copy that API key and paste it up. In case you find any trouble with this, let me know. I'll do a one-to-one with you and I'll integrate it for you. Okay, so this is also a pretty easy thing to activate. Once this gets activated, you will be able to see Zoom. Uh, Setup coming up on your LMS, and you would be able to conduct Zoom sessions. I'll show you with one of the member side who have already done it, so you will have a fair idea about it, how it comes up. Yes, give me a moment. So they have already added Zoom, and so in any course you go, you will also see that option. I wanted to show you that. So I'm getting into their instructor level area, and I'll show you. So once you add your own Zoom account, it will be shown in any course you create. So the Zoom can be you would be able to. You will be able to add that Zoom on a student landing page also, because if you're doing a free session and want to pull in student to your Zoom directly, you can pull it. So that's why this part comes over here, create a Zoom meeting. Okay, this if you create this here, it will be shown on on the course landing page. But if you create it inside the course or inside the builder, so I'll show you what happens. See, here you will be able to see Zoom live session. So if you create it inside the course, the student who are buying your course will be coming inside first, and then they will be coming to know the Zoom link and other detail. So this is how the option gets activated. Report also, what we have activated, it also works pretty well. If you click on report, and your students, if you're giving students the courses can be analyzed from here. You can also analyze student review from here. You can analyze your sales, and the student details can also be checked. And on a live site, I'll show you that part too. So that you will have, and please don't worry about it. All these things happens automatically as you start adding and start working on your courses. So the more you get into the detail complication, it will be more issues for you. So my suggestion is upload courses. Keep it ready. Step by step, we can always take it ahead. See, this is a live analytics of my client who has already been using it, and these are live reviews which he has been asking his student to write it up on the course, and they are writing. See, 2 days back, somebody has written reviews for them, and these reviews come on your landing page. I'll show you that too. So this is session 6, and if you want to see the landing page, all these things happens automatically. If you ask a student to just write a review, they will be writing the review, and on your course landing page, all the reviews are being shown over here. So this is how the reviews can be brought up. So the process is already there. What you just need to do is, after you give your courses to your student, let them know if they like it. They can write a review directly on the landing page, and the review get published on your landing page automatically. So these options are already there, which can always help you to boom up in a better way. Now, this is all the features of Tutor LMS Pro. That is one tool we are talking about. Now, as I showed you on the landing page, while you're creating a course, we are also adding up tags. Okay, so that part also I'll show you, so it becomes easier for everyone. So while you are adding a course, you may be looking at category and tags. And for these options, where to do it, I'll show you. So this is an area wherein you would be able to, they ask to add course category and all. To now, from here you can't add anything, and that's the reason you need to go into your dashboard. And in your dashboard, there's something called as categories and tags. So whatever tags and category you are into, now this could be a niche. So if you're creating a video courses, you can put video. It could be for finance, it could be for accounting, it could be for healthcare, any category you want, you can create it up. Just click on the category part, and in the category you can always mention the category name. Again, depends on your strategy, you can add anything you want, but make sure whatever you write over here, say for example I write tax as a category, I'm sorry, I can always copy paste it in all this area and click on add new category, and the category gets added. Once it is added over here in your course builder, you type, tax. Now here it is not because it's on a different side, but if you type tax, it will be showing in this list. You can select the category and publish it up. Again, that's good for your student to understand with this category how many courses have you created. So for accounting or tax, you have created 10 courses, all the courses will be seen to those students. So it's like an upsell thing for you. Tags, again, if you want to add up tags, you can click over here, add up new tags for the course and just publish it up. And on your builder, you can select that relevant tags. If you don't, also doesn't make any difference. But yeah, in future, if you are adding more and more courses and you want to navigate it properly, this is the base. Okay, if your foundation is strong, things will be much better for you in future. So this is how you add tags and categories and make sure. Now this is student list, announcements, question and answer. You can see all those things from here also. Okay, for Tutor LMS Pro. Now we do have other platforms which is already integrated with your within your system itself. Okay, don't get too excited with the tools which are given. Okay, it's already there, don't worry, it's your system. Nobody's going to take over these things from you. Okay, but as I told you, you're a beginner, take a start by adding new courses, work on the content. Once the content and your courses are there, you can think of creating landing pages. So Cartflow is a platform which helps you to create landing pages. um, there are various templates in this. You can click on the templates area, choose whatever template you want, and there are various templates as per your need. So webinar is there, online course selling is there. uh, you have multiple other options and pro themes also. Okay, someone has unmuted my, I'll just click on. Okay, so sorry, these themes can be selected and you can create your own landing page also. I have created various sessions on it. You can always connect with me. I'll be happy to help you with the landing page creation part also. And there are more sessions which are going to happen with this. We are going to talk more in terms of complete automation also. But just sharing with you that you can this is already there. So landing page part takes care of your ClickFunnels tool, where complete automation can be done. You can add up your product over, you can design the whole landing page for your course selling, bundle selling, and other things. Once you are doing it, you can accept the payment from the landing page itself. The student is not going to go out of the site. Like he's not going to, you're not adding up a button saying that, okay, click here, and he goes to InstaMojo, does the payment, and then he comes to a thank you page or something like that. Here, everything is intact for you. Okay, so say for example, we take webinar also. Webinar has a two-stage landing pages or three-stage landing page. You can create it up. Ebook selling, like you want to do it very similar, like those people who are internet marketer. You want to create a landing page, a checkout page, upsell page, downsell page, and a thank you page. These templates are already there. Again, I'm telling you, don't play around with the design. change the image, change the content. The process is already set for you. We just need to add our products, our price point, and you're good to go with the flow. Okay. Before you do that, for checkout page, you require a product. The product can be added from the product place. So here it is, add new product. Once you click on this, you can put up the product name, put up a price, and pull that product into the checkout page, and it is good to go. You are ready to promote your page, and people can click on it, buy it. Once they buy this product, we want automation to be done. So we have already, as soon as they buy this product from the landing page, we have CRM automation, which is done. It is integrated in your system itself. What you need to do in CRM is, again, as I told you, the foundation is very important. If you are selling an ebook, you need to create an ebook list. You need to create, you need to create a product as an ebook. You need to create a list as ebook. You need to create a tag as ebook, and then you will be able to create an automation for that particular ebook. So you can send, once the automation is done, you can send email sequences also. Say for example, you're creating a ebook landing page for lead generation, and once you have automated it from the landing page, the leads are coming into your automation, and from automation you want to send them a sequence of email. You can create a sequence of email saying that, okay, you already have bought the I'm sorry for that. So you have already bought the ebook. You can also, join our courses. You can give better offer to them and start selling more and more via this automation. Now, Fluent CRM, why? Because this tool is fantastic for as a CRM. It works very well. We have been doing it. Last night also, I was with Sahil and we have done more automation part. I am also learning a lot of new things. So I learned from Sahil also how he did, and we are able to make a complete automation now by saying, okay, someone buys a course from us via this platform, we can send him an email with a user ID password, and he can join your course directly. Kind of things can also be done with this. With the system what you're getting here, you would be able to send 3,000 emails per day, which is a pretty good number for a beginner. Once you feel you are going exhausting that, there could be another option wherein we can talk about Amazon SCS also in future. But at this period, this is more than enough for us. Contacts, you can pull in the contact from the landing page. It gets added up into your system. The other thing is you can add your own contact also. This is what I don't suggest, because validating a contact is a really painful process. Because say for example, there are people filling up a form, and if there are bounce rate, you need to remove the bounce rate, because there will be emails coming into your email box saying that this email was bounced. Copy that email, come on your system, just delete that email, because it's of no use keeping it there in your list. Why I'm saying is, the more and more higher your bounce rate goes, the server guys will block the email ID, and they will block the domain also, which we personally don't want it. So it's always suggested, go purely with the landing page lead generation part. You show your audience that they will get an ebook, they will put a valid email ID wherein at least an email interaction can happen. But if they put a dummy email ID, they won't get anything anyhow. So that way, you're at least filtering the right people into your CRM list, and then starting your automation for them. So these things are pretty exciting, and these things are already there in your platform. You can also create Fluent forms. So in case you want to create a form, like a couple of my members have already done. What they have done is, I'm giving 5 ebooks. Fill up this form. So people fill up this form. As soon as they fill up the form, their detail comes into your list and tags. And once they come into your list and tag, the automation starts. If you don't want to give them any automation, you can stop the automation also. And there are a lot other things here. It is pretty easy, but as a beginner, I would suggest it will be too much for you to understand and take a load of all these things. So go slowly. You will be able to understand it also. Um, Go with the flow. Of at least taking a start of adding courses and all. The tools are already there. Don't worry about it. I showed you LMS. I showed you your landing page creation tool. That's with Cartflow. I've showed you your CRM. I showed you your forms. And then this is one more we have. because yes, last night as I was doing it and I felt Automata works well. So we have added Automata also. Automata is like making a God mode for you. So this is where the whole process goes, So if you are someone who is want a complete automation. You don't want a headache of anything, So we need to create our automation process first. So say for example, someone is buying your product directly from your website or from your landing page, what happens next to them? We need to create a flow, and the flow can be created with this automata. So automata is also there with you in this process. So don't worry about it. We were trying it. It's a provision which has been given. We can add this and update it up also. Now, there are recipes. So Automata works on, they call it as a recipe. It works like your Zapier or any other tool which does automation for you. So you can always define those processes. I'll help you out with it. I'm coming up with one more session on a Monday, and I'll be helping you to do it. Sahil has conducted last week this session. Yesterday also he has guided me how he has done. So we'll be doing a session on that phase. And these tools are already there on your system, so please don't worry about it. You don't need to buy any other tool also to run an online business for yourself. You can just keep adding, focus on your LMS Pro right now. Keep adding your courses. Make sure your site looks in similar format, and you start pulling in more people also. Once your site is looking like this, you can start working on your landing page. You can create landing pages. There are many clients who have already done their landing page, and they've started increasing and boosting their sales also. We do have the right tools right now with us. So uh, as and when you move ahead, I'll be there to support you and to guide you also with the process, what you are planning to do, and how that process can be implemented on your system. So please don't worry about other things, saying that, okay, how to go ahead. Take small steps, and don't try to grab everything, and don't think I'm going to leave you also. I'm going to be there every Monday. We conduct session every Monday. You can connect with me and ask me questions related to your topic, or on Saturday you push it saying that, okay, this is what the problem I'm facing. It on Monday, I can take the topic and resolve it for everyone in the members area. So I've been doing this kind of activity so that everyone learns. I also learn from you guys. So it's nothing that I am a pro and I do a lot of things. Like as I told you yesterday, I learned from Sahil how to automate things, because few things were not even clear with me. I did had the tool, but I was not aware how the process works. Sahil was working on similar process, and he guided me how it could be done. So that's the way we all go ahead. Maybe someone's process is different, someone's strategy is different, someone's way of doing business is different, but the tools are there to help you in a right way, and we can take it ahead accordingly. So guys, this was from me. In case you have any queries, let me know. As I told you, um, there are lot and lot more to learn, and we can always work on those areas while understanding how things can be taken ahead with the platform. My suggestion is, be simple. Go on your platform, start working, playing around, and don't worry in case anything goes wrong when you're doing it. I'm there to support you. I understand mistakes happen when you're a new beginner. I personally have made a lot of mistakes. I've seen people making mistakes. I've rectified their mistakes, also corrected it up. Yeah, the only option over here is we can, take a new start, because there's no, not much thing to lose. We can always reinstall the platform and make it up for you. So these tools are gonna be helping us to do a lot of automation, a lot of new things. Now, one more thing I want to update you. Please don't update. You see this kind of updates coming up, don't update these things, because you can always cancel and work on your part. Don't bother about the notification and all. If there is a major update, I'll help you out updating it on all the system, or bringing up the system in a right way, because after integrating all these tools, platforms, the system really works well. So we don't want anyone to update something new, and if it doesn't match with the other tool, it will give a conflict, and the whole site also goes down. I have personally seen many people's site going down only because they try to do that. Don't do anything on the updates. The site works perfectly well. We are using different tools, different platform, to see how we can bring the automation mode into our online course selling business. uh, and this works pretty well. We have already tried it, and many people have already seen it. So wherever you feel issue, you can reach me out, and I'll be able to help you on those areas on Monday sessions. Okay. So till now, if you have any query, please ask. I'll be happy to answer your questions.
Manoj, can we do by default updation blockage like we can do in window updating? So we don't want to do any updates. We can add any barrier ki there is no requirement of any updates of any of the plugging or
See, these things will come because see, it is not in my hand also. There is one more plugin which hides the notification. I'm working on that, but I don't know how much it is, you know, worth. So, so I tell everyone don't update anything because by mistake also if it happens, we have to put everything down and take a fresh start. So that becomes very difficult. So it's better just cancel the notification rather than updating it up. And if there is a major update or any version upgrading or anything, at times the versions also conflicts. So at this period of time, whatever I have updated on your system, it is at least matching up because see every tool is different. This tool Tutor LMS Pro is a different tool, CRM is a different tool. This at least two come from the same brand, so that is fine. Automator is a complete different tool. Okay, and Cartflow is a different tool. So any update we try to push it, it may not match the previous tools. So that's why I suggest don't do anything. Yeah, I'll come up with one plugin which is there, which will at least hide the notification of updates. We'll work on it. Don't worry on that part. But in case anything happens, don't worry. We will be able to take care. But it puts your side down. So don't do on those areas. If you see any notification, please ignore it. That's a better way. And everything is working on your system. So if you see like this also, now this is a pro one, but it will still say please check license and all. Just ignore it. Don't worry on this part. We are not playing around in the admin area. Where we need to play around is on the front end and adding up the course one, and everything works pretty well seamlessly. Okay, so. Work on these areas, add your courses, add your branding, make sure your site looks as your own. Once it is done, start working on your landing page, uh, create the landing page. We will work on the integration for the whole automation so that the student journey can be defined. Saying that here also we can define the student journey. So say for example, someone is clicking on this and buying a course. Okay, last night only we did it with Sahil's website, saying that if someone buys a course and we are stopping email automation from Tutor because Tutor has a very rigid way of sending email. I'll show you also. Um, the email part is not that well versed with Tutor LMS Pro. They ask us to create different templates on a particular hosting part and then do so. All those things is too much tedious. So instead of this, what we are doing is we are trying to use Fluent CRM and the Automator to send, and the flow works pretty well. So if someone does a payment to you, Automata adds a tag, pulls him into the CRM, and from CRM the automation starts, and it sends an email to your student also. And from there you can always use the sequence part also. So that thing is already taken care. So don't worry. Once you reach that stage, I'll be guiding you to take it ahead. So my suggestion right now is just focus on your course, add your course, work on the branding of your site. Once you're done, we'll connect again and I'll guide you further. Okay, because it will be too much for you to take it, and to understand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have any question, you can ask.
Yeah, I just
So I have
repeat
unmuted
those
everyone.
three.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted you to repeat those three sites. But one was for designing the course. The other is the from where
Okay.
the student enters. Just those three sites so that we have that clarity.
We are talking about these.
No, no, no. Okay. The one is the admin part of it, right?
Okay. You're talking about these three phrases. Okay. So
Yeah.
three levels are there. So if I click on my profile on a website, this is an instructor level. So what you see is an instructor level, and that's why you have an option of instructor over here. Okay. Now, if you enroll yourself into a student level, a student will have only these areas. So this much area will be only seen by student. Student won't be able to see the instructor part. Now this is the instructor level will have all these options. The student level will have only this option. And the third level is your admin level, wherein you are having the control from the backend. This is the WordPress admin level. So from WordPress admin level, you are able to switch between tools, create different automation, and create, pull your student into CRM. So this is
To enter
purely
the
for.
Word-
Sorry, sir.
so to enter to that WordPress level, where do we need to?
Okay. So to enter WordPress now, see if you are here on your website, you can see a black bar going. So this is the WordPress bar. You can click over here and click on dashboard. So once you click on dashboard, you get into the WordPress admin level. So
Is
this
there a
is
way we
WordPress.
can see how the student side looks also?
Now from here you can't see the student side. For student side, you either need to go over here on your instructor level and see. That's it. Or you can
On the
create
instructor
yourself
level,
as a you can create yourself as a student and see how the student also will be able to see your course. So play around. The more you play around with it, it will be more easier to understand. The system is yours. The more you have a hands-on experience on your system, it's not that difficult. I understand as a beginner, it may look too much for you. That saying that okay, there are too many things, but this is your complete system. All the controls are going to be in your hand. Okay, nothing to be worried about. Tomorrow, if anything goes wrong, I take the control from you, and I'll be working on it. So I share all those details to you, and that's the reason it is more important for you to see what is there in and out. Okay, and play around. Don't worry about it. If anything goes wrong, you will, I'll be there to support you on those areas. You can always.
Manoj,
Yes, sir.
Manoj, at the time of live website, if a person comes want to register, then he will get only one option as a student, or he will get all three options. Choose
No,
one.
no, he will get only one option, and I'll show you that. So just for example, okay, I'll go on Gautam's site. Now see, if this is a site and this is a course, okay, I'll
Hmm.
show you the student journey. If he clicks on this, and he will be able to go on the landing page. So this is a student flow now. Okay,
Hmm.
once he's going on a landing page, he will be able to see your, landing page in this similar format, wherein your video is there talking about the course and detail the price. If you want, you can slash and show it, higher
Hmm.
price to lower price. This platform is also compatible with multi-language, scripts. So in case you
Hmm.
want to put Hindi, Marathi, English, Tamil, any language you want, copy the content, paste it up, and it will be able to publish it. So
Hmm.
now he's doing a course in Hindi, so we have written it up in that particular manner. Okay, now this is how it is seen by a student. And if the student likes what he's seeing and he wants to purchase it up, he's going to click on add to cart. Now, as soon as he clicks on add to cart, this form will come up. Here he has to create an account, because without this, if it's coming, you are not collecting any lead for yourself. Okay, so he comes, he pays. Now, this is the process I'm showing you for a student who is planning to come on your website and buy a course. Sir, are you getting it?
Yes, yes, Manoj. Yes.
Okay, so he can put up his first name, last name, user ID, email ID, password confirmation, and then he register. Once he registers, he will be again taken to a landing page, and from there the cart process starts. Okay, once he does the payment, he gets an email for his access. But again, as he has already registered, he can directly after the payment, he will directly get into the student dashboard, and the dashboard looks pretty much similar to your dashboard itself. So the dashboard looks very similar to it. The student name will come up over here. These options won't be there. Okay, he can complete his profile, and only this much option will be seen. So from here till purchase history. So he will have his profile. He can check what all course he is enrolled, wish list, reviews, quiz attempts, and purchase history. This much only will be seen to the student. I'll show you. Yesterday, I created one account on Sahil's.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Just give me a moment. Okay, I'll show you here right away. Just a moment. Yesterday, I created an account on testing as a student, so I'll show you. So this is mine. Let's see. Yeah, so this is how the student dashboard looks. Okay, it looks very similar to a instructor dashboard, wherein in case he want, he can complete his profile also. Course enrolled, active course, complete course, profile, enroll course, waitlist, review, quiz, and that's it. So these are few areas which is seen by the student. Okay, now if he clicks on enroll courses, he will be able to see the course what he has purchased, so that course detail can be seen. If he clicks on this particular course area, this is how the student flow goes. So he can, come on the landing page and he can take a start with the course. So this is how the landing page looks like, and he can click on start course and it takes him to the LMS. So he can always watch the course accordingly. So this is how the courses can be seen by him, okay, by the student. So day one, what all topics can be given, day two, what all topics are given, day three, what all topics are given. All the videos are coming from YouTube, so don't worry about it. So see,
Zoom also, Zoom. Day
Zoom.
one. Timer
Yeah,
time.
day one, Zoom. Yeah. So Sahil has added Zoom also in it. So video conference has expired. साहिल लाइव किधर है? और
मैं लाइव कर दूं क्या? अभी 1 सेकंड में कर देता हूँ.
हाँ कर दे, देखेंगे, वो भी देखेंगे.
1 सेकंड.
And you can replace this with recording. See, he has already done it. Now this was day 3, and the recording also he has published it up. So it's your strategy how you want. Now this is day 3, which is expired. He has put up one more tab as a recording, and he has given the recording to everyone, saying that okay, this is what the session was. So in case students are coming again and watching it, want to see what happened, if they missed the course, they can always watch the session and have a look and feel. साहिल इसका कमिंग सेशन पे कोई कर दे.
डे वन पे कर दिया ना मैंने. रिफ्रेश
कर दिया. ओके,
क्लिक ऑन द डे वन. डे वन लाइव सेशन.
see, this is how the timer comes up. So meeting starts in 2 days, 3 hours, 26 minutes. Join in browser, join in app, and all the Zoom details can be mentioned over here. So on this particular day, the student just need to click and start up joining the session. Okay, so this is a way you can always do a hackathon, challenges, and enroll students for your course, no matter whether you have a video course or not. So
I'll tell you one thing. I'll add one more thing here. If you are Zoom links and all those things, तो Zoom link से सीधा कोई भी अंदर आ सकता है. But if you give this link, means the browser link which you're having, okay, वो है ना sahiljainacademy.com/tutor Zoom meeting day 1 live session. Yeah. So if you just give that link, nobody is able to see. They need to log in to see that. If you're sharing videos also, they need to log in to see that. So that's a safety thing which you can have for that. Means you can just share this link, people will click on that, and whoever is your student, only that person will be able to see, nobody else will be able to see that.
Fantastic.
You need to log in to view this section.
So only the person registered with your portal, they can log in only.
Yeah, the person enrolled in the course. Yeah, that's.
good. This is a fantastic thing.
Manoj sir, you are in mute, I think. Yeah, you are on mute.
I'm sorry. So this way, what you could do is, copy this link and put your students into a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group or anything. Or if you do your email automation also with this link to all your students, the students can directly click on the link and jump into your live session. So it becomes more easier to pull in all your people on that particular day and take a start. And if it is a hackathon you're doing, Sahil, have you worked on the drip content? नहीं.
Drip content है ना, मैं किया नहीं है, but yeah, it works on date, like
Date wise, right? Okay, so I'll share that also. I'll show you also if it will allows. So drip content also works very well with this kind of strategy. Okay, and you can always use such strategies to pull in more people and make them wait or create that excitement also. Like this is an excitement, people know day one, day two, day three. If you are creating a session like this and they are coming on day one, they are seeing a timer, they know day two is not there. You can always put up a timer over there too. And after day one, they can get a recording session. Day two won't be live until they come on in that particular day and time and join your session. Drip content also works like that with the recorded videos. Say, for example, this video, the courses are given like this. You can give this course on day one. You can give this course on day two. They'll be able to see all this navigation tool, but they won't be able to see the content until that day and time starts up. So say, for example, I am able to see this course today, and this course I will open it up only at say 26th of August at 12 a.m. So at 12 a.m. this course will automatically open up and the student can view this course. Similar way, the third day also, they will be able to click over here, but they won't see the course coming up. They'll be able to see the timer and all. And then only on that particular day and time, this course opens up. So that can be done for a recorded course or something like this, wherein you are doing a live session. You can always open those things when that day and time comes up. Till that time, they won't have any access. So this has a lot of things beyond what we are thinking also. Only thing is, as per your strategy, as per your need of an hour, we can, use it up. So guys, any further queries? If you have, just let me know. I'll share the access detail to Vijay and Sai sir for both of you. And Sai sir, any query?
From my side, all clear, Manoj, and I will do the backend work.
Vijay sir, thank you very much, sir. And I wish to see your website also. So it's more important for me to showcase websites like this from different niche, because it makes me also happy that people are working on it and people are able to utilize what they have got. And slowly, it happens slowly, steadily. So don't think that it is going to happen overnight. Everything is going to be there. Nothing happens overnight. It takes a lot of persistence. From me, the setup is done, as well as with the process step by step. If you go ahead, take small steps, don't take everything together. The more smaller step you take and create, and no matter whether you don't have a course also, as I told you, create a workshop, a 3-day workshop, 5-day workshop, start with that and see what response you get. Slowly, steadily, the market will be able to understand what you're providing and what you're doing into your niche, and things will grow for you also. Okay. So
Manoj, one question
yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
have. So
Yes, sir.
suppose I want to bundle 5 or 6 courses in a one. So I have
Uh-huh.
to merge at the one platform, or they can differently 6 can be accessed by the one student who enrolled as a
So
bundle.
we can do that in Automator. So Automator allows you to. I'll open up Sahil. Sahil, तेरा open करके यहाँ पे. Sahil.
sorry हाँ बोलो
मैं यहाँ तेरा बैकएंड ओपन करके दिखाऊँ क्या Automator का?
yeah, sure.
Okay, so because the question comes up, can we bundle up? Now, see, when you are showcasing, you can showcase individual courses like this rather than a
Hmm.
bundle course. Okay, so what we can do is with the help of Automata, okay, we can always, um, one particular login can get multiple courses. We can create that kind of alternative
Hmm.
also, options
Hmm.
also. So if you are selling a bundle, you create a landing page for bundle saying that okay, a pack of 5 courses at this
Yes,
particular
yes, right,
price point. Okay,
right.
and anyone does a payment for that, he gets access to that 5 courses automatically. We can always
Hmm.
do that kind of thing also. So I'll log in क्यों नहीं हो रहा?
शायद मेरे यहाँ से लॉगिन है इसलिए
नहीं रुक जा, मेरा लॉग आउट नहीं हुआ यहाँ से, इसकी वजह से. And we try working like this, so that's the reason. I share access, I take access, and I try to work it out so that everyone learns and everyone can do in a better way. Now Sahil has been doing it. He has been experimenting a lot. Like last night also, we both were sitting and we were discussing how Automata works. Otherwise, Automata was not shared on many people's site. Maybe on coming Monday, I'll be installing it for everyone. Now, when we know this works pretty well, so yeah, I'll show you a flow what Sahil has created, and with similar flow only we can always follow similar footsteps. So this was something what was created yesterday, and I'll show you on this what process we have done, so that your doubt which you have that multiple things can be done on. See, WooCommerce. We have given a product name, say a Super Friday channel. Now this could be a bundle name.
Okay.
Okay, anyone pays for this bundle, what action to be created. We will create a new account with the email ID and we will be adding him to Tutor LMS Pro. Now here, if we want to add him into multiple courses, we can also add him into multiple courses. So saying that, enroll this user for this particular course. Okay, now I can, once this is done, I can add one more, action, and I can pick it up again, saying that, okay, साहिल 2 कोर्स कर सकते हैं.
यस कर सकते हैं. ट्यूटर एलएमएस में जाके वापस एनरोल कर दो.
ये
add another action and
add another action. I'm not finding tutor.
tutor is here, second row, last, fifth, fourth.
अरे हाँ sorry, अरे मैं खुद ही confuse हो रहा हूँ. Okay, enroll user in a course. Okay, and you can also add another course. So say for example this is another course. So the same user is getting 2 courses.
Okay.
Okay, so with this, what happens is you can add a number of courses. So you have 10
Hmm.
courses. You want one user who's paying you for on this particular landing page, gets all the 10 courses, and is also getting added into your CRM.
Got it.
Okay, and from CRM, we are, after that, the redirection is we are pushing him to the dashboard. So after payment, he goes to the dashboard, and behind the screen, everything is happening automatically.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're not there. You are just promoting your landing page. People coming on the landing page, paying, and immediately they are getting access to all 10 courses.
Hmm. Okay.
Clear, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what Automata does, and the same way we added up with the Fluent CRM. So Fluent CRM, we have created an automation over here, so that it's a simple automation. Until we have a hands-on, it will take some time to know. Now we created an automation named Woo, saying that okay, if someone gets a tag, now this tag is applied via the Automata. So if someone gets a tag, we want them to push to this particular list. And from there, we are sending them an customized email. Now, email again, we are giving them an email which says, okay, this is the contact email ID, this is your password, click here to join. In case someone forgets to, what was his user ID and password, this email goes over there directly. Now, in Automata, we also have created this saying that, okay, if someone is coming into this automation, uh, we want them to give an automatic email. So while the account is getting created, so this is where we have done those things. So uh, Sorry, not this recipe. What we have done is we have added a standard user ID password. Maybe later on the student can also, change it up. So while we are adding up an account over here or creating an account, uh, we can always put up his detail, which we are getting it from the billing list. So all his basic info like first name, last name, we are getting it because he's doing a payment, right? He's putting up his first name, last name, email ID. We are creating a user ID for him, display name, and a generic password we are giving. Vijay sir,
Got
you
it,
there?
sir. Yes.
Okay, so this generic password goes to him as email and he can log in. But automatically after the payment, once he does the payment, he is redirected into his dashboard. So this is where the redirection happens, into his dashboard, and he is able to see all his courses, what he has purchased. So there's no harm, and it's an immediate access to him. People are happy with it. People don't want to play around on email, but again, we are, for a safety reason, we are giving him an email access also. Sending an email with his user ID password. Sahil has done a very great job over there. He has made a template, showing how things, what kind of email should be going out. Now, Sahil is one of the youngest guy in our group. He's pretty much active in what he does.
Yes, I can see at the age of learning, he is already giving teaching.
Yeah,
Amazing
he's
thing.
teaching. So he has done a lot and lot of new things into his, and he has been a good learner also. He follows a lot of people. Sahil, is this what your email goes, or this one? I think so. He's gone again. Let's see. I'll show you.
कुछ हुआ क्या क्या
नहीं, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ तेरा email ये वाला है ना, first day वाला.
हाँ first email.
See, this is how he has written an email. First email to a student saying that, okay, his first name, thank you for enrolling this course and blah blah blah, and then he says, click here and this is the link. So this again goes as an automatic thing for the
Mhm.
user.
Mhm.
Okay. And the user don't need to worry about most of
Sir,
the.
this is another email. This is another email. मेरा एक और है. जाओ ऑटोमेशन में जाओ.
Okay.
पासवर्ड वाला नहीं है, ये दूसरा है.
तो ये पासवर्ड वाला नहीं है, पासवर्ड वाला और एक है.
वो लेवल 1 कोर्स था ना, ये टैग अप्लाइड नाउ सेंड ईमेल्स. या दिस इज द थिंग.
इसमें okay. Here he has given password. So this mail ID is automatically pulled up from the system. Okay, you don't need to worry about it. Click here to reset. This will send the user to reset the password in case. So if you follow such things, it looks beautiful for people who are buying it. They understand that you have given them a right way of access to the course after the payment, and the value gets added immediately. You're not making them wait.
Right.
Okay. So this way you can see we are there to support each other anyways. So when you reach up this particular area, and in case there is anything, we will be there to guide you and teach you all these things also. But again, every Monday, please don't miss out. Every Monday we conduct something new, teach each other something new. I also learn new things from others. You would also be learning. No matter whether you have reached that level or not, just be there to understand how the tools works and how the process works. You'll be
Got it.
able to work it out for this. And all these things are there in your system. If it is not, reach me out. I'll be happy to help you on those areas.
Got it.
All right. No problem, sir. So I'll take a leave. It's more than 1.5
Please share the
hour.
credentials. I will start working today. So
I'll do that.
I hope in the next 7 days I will be
Please,
very much.
please. I'll be happy to see this thing happening, and wherever you require my support, I'll be there to do that.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. No problem, sir. So thank you very much for joining. Reach me out if you have anything, and see you in coming Monday then. Thank you.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good day.
You too.